Khalil Wilkins is in. Samaj Jones seems to be out. West Virginia has their quarterback in the 2024 class. We're going to talk about the details surrounding this situation and exactly what happened with Samaj Jones after the intro on this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed right here at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football.
This is for Cameron.
This is a welcome addition to the news cycle after what's been a tumultuous week with the West Virginia Bob Huggins situation. The Josh Eilert hire happened yesterday. We've still got kids that are in and out of the portal, not sure what's going on there. Even an update as recently as 30 minutes ago that Kirk Reese may not actually be coming back to West Virginia. So we've got a lot going on there. I understand that. But in the midst of it all, we've got good news. And I'll tell you why, guys. I released a video last week explaining how Khalil Wilkins could be surpassing Samaj Jones, who is the number one quarterback in Pennsylvania and is being recruited by Oklahoma, Cincinnati, Penn State, and us. How he's surpassing in the eyes of the West Virginia coaching staff, Samaj Jones. And I think a few of you guys may have raised your eyebrows at that. Then Coos put out a video yesterday, which I'll try and link in the description if I remember. Coos put out a video yesterday comparing this kid to Michael Penix, which I thought was a good comparison. Obviously, we're talking about Khalil Wilkins here. 6'4", 180 pounds from quarterback from the Washington D.C. area. This is a kid that threw for 3,100 yards and 28 touchdowns last year. And this is a kid that, in my opinion, is an extremely accurate and promising quarterback for the future of West Virginia football. So I'm going to give my comparisons for who I think this kid can be like, and I think it's going to be a mixture of three quarterbacks. Number one is Michael Penix, the Washington and former Indiana quarterback, who is, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the country as of right now. He has some beautiful mechanics, guys, a three-quarter arm slot throwing style. Love the way Michael Penix gets rid of the ball. Not the most mobile quarterback, but can get it done. As far as mobility goes, I would probably say Wilkins is just a bit better. Penix certainly can move the chains as he needs to, but he is truly a pocket-passing quarterback that is a left-handed guy. Now we're going to move on to another quarterback I think that this guy reminds me some of, and that's Tua Tagovailoa, the Miami Dolphins and former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback, because of his deep ball throwing. When Tua was at Alabama, he was really accurate with the deep ball. He had some really, really explosive receivers and Henry Ruggs and guys like that to throw the ball to. Will he have that deep threat in Morgantown? It's hard to say, but with recruits like Brandon Raymond, Rodney Gallagher, Traylon Ray, and others, the future looks bright in the West Virginia Mountaineers wide receiver room. Tua Tagovailoa, good deep ball, really good post-seam thrower. Love some Tua when it comes to his accuracy as well. A third quarterback, because when's the last time we had a quarterback that was left-handed back behind center? Well, Nico Marchiol comes to mind, but so does Patrick White, the greatest quarterback in the history of our school, at least I think. Some may say Major Harris. Some even might say Mark Bulger because he had the best pro career of all involved. But I'll take Patrick White any day of the week in a Mountaineer uniform for an old big bowl game. So, and Khalil Wilkins somehow channel his inner Tua, his inner Patrick White, and his inner Michael Penix and turn into the perfect quarterback for West Virginia? Well, that's not likely, but I will try to project just a little bit what I think about the future for this kid. Obviously, the quarterback situation is not what I would consider to be solved right now. We've got a couple guys that are contenders, obviously, in Garrett Green, Nico Marchiol, and we can't forget about Sean Boyle back there. A lot of people are impressed with Sean Boyle as well. enter Khalil Wilkins to this quarterback situation. Assuming the Mountaineers don't get a transfer this coming year or something along those lines, it looks like the future of the quarterback room is starting to look pretty bright. I'm really high on Wilkins, guys. I say it all the time on this show, but this is a show where we like to watch the tape. Go watch the tape from Khalil Wilkins. And I don't mean highlights, I mean games. Go watch games with Khalil Wilkins. He makes extremely good decisions. There is even some film from a throwing session he did on CBS.com and a couple other places where he was able to throw for Neil Brown and company just the other day. And you get a good angle behind this kid as he throws the ball, and you get to see the accuracy and the footwork, which needs a little bit of work. His footwork's just a bit sloppy. It's not where you would want a Power 5 quarterback's footwork to be. But, guys, this guy's what you would consider a jewel. He's a kid that is not highly recruited, that's probably going to be highly recruited by the time he comes out in 24. He's got a senior season still yet to play. And with the pledge to West Virginia, he's going to be getting looked at by every Power 5 team in the country, at least a peak. When a Power 5 team gets a quarterback to commit out of nowhere, one of two things have happened. Either they missed on this quarterback or there's something to it. And when there's something to it, other teams take notice. And I think that could be the question here with Khalil Wilkins. And assuming his recruitment doesn't just blow up and he turns into a 4-star, 5-star kind of guy, it happens rarely, but it does happen. Kids gain in the rankings once they go to bigger schools and play higher competition, which is what I think he is doing. I think he has a chance to really blow up kind of with the next couple of years. He's got a 3-star rating on Rivals, nothing on 247 Sports. On 3, I don't think it has anything for him yet either, although I haven't checked. In my opinion, this guy is very much a 3-star player, and the potential to, based on his frame, he's 6'4". He has a lot of mass he can pump onto that frame, guys. His accuracy, pocket awareness is something I think is a strength of his. He's got a chance to be a 3.5, maybe even 4-star player, although I don't think he'll get it. I think that's the kind of player we've got coming to Morgantown, guys. A guy that, if developed correctly, and you can say what you want about the coaching staff's ability to do that, if he's developed correctly, I think this guy could turn out to be a real gem for us, guys. Go watch his tape. If you're skeptical at all, if you're still watching this video, guys, and you're not sure about Khalil Wilkins, all I ask is that you go watch the tape of him throwing for Neil Brown and company the other day and tell me you're not colored impressed. If you're not impressed after watching that throwing session, I'll admit defeat and say, okay, you got the juice. Because I'm telling you, if you go watch it, you'll be impressed with Khalil Wilkins. He can throw the ball short to medium range with very good velocity. Long range, his velocity starts to fade off just a little bit at about 40, 45 yards. Once he gets to that point, a lot of times that can be fixed with mechanics. That's really the only critique I have about him as of right now. He just needs to touch that footwork up a little bit. He's got an extremely quick release. Like I said, the deep ball accuracy will get better, although he does throw a really, really good outside post towards the pylon, from the seam to pylon. Very good. Really excited to see how he's going to fit in the Neil Brown offense, assuming Neil Brown's the guy going forward. You can speculate how you want to speculate on that, but I like to just project things as they are now in the present, live in this moment, and I am excited about the prospect of a Khalil Wilkins, guys. I really am. Hope you're enjoying this channel, guys. Thank you guys once again for helping me get to 1,000. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think on Khalil Wilkins and the fact that Samaj Jones was kind of left behind in the situation. Have not heard 100% one way or the other if that means Samaj Jones is out as the quarterback in 2024. Maybe there's a chance they still sign him, but it's not looking good. Like the video, guys. If you're watching this video now, hey, do me a favor. Just move your finger or your mouse clicker over a couple inches or just an inch and like this video. It's very important for the algorithm's sake. And I think it says 80% of you guys aren't liking the video. I know maybe you don't like this video, but if you don't care to help me, I would appreciate it, guys. Just like it. Drop a comment below, and it's free to subscribe, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. I think I've been asked that question as much as any other on the comment during the comment section, and it's not the true. You don't have to pay anything, and we'll ask for any card info or anything like that. You just hit the button, turn on your notifications, and you'll be notified. One other thing I forgot to do, guys, was I was going to show you guys a quick thing where he committed. This is him tweeting 1,000% committed to West Virginia University. Looking forward to developing under Coach Sean Reagan and Neil Brown and WVU. Thanks to all my coaches and supporters. And he's got a lot of people there to thank. So I really love this kid, guys. I'm excited about his future. Excited about that arm talent. I think he's got a bunch of it. We'll see where that goes. I'd like to know what you think about that as well. Excited for the future of this quarterback room, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. I know I did. This has been another episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. I am out.
This is for Cameron. Tim Cam.